It's not uncommon for some new car shoppers to go to a dealership hoping to buy a car only to be disappointed because they couldn't qualify for the financing.
Loss of employment or overextended credit could be some of the reasons your credit score isn't as good as it should be. New at 5, our consumer specialist Rick Romero shows you a website that specializes in car financing for subprime borrowers.
Alhambra resident Steve Quach couldn't wait to show me his new car, a black convertible he has wanted for a long time.
I was in the market for a new car, and this was my dream car, and I was able to make it happen.
But getting this car almost didn't happen. Steve's credit isn't as good as it should be, and the banks didn't want to lend him the money.
Yes, through local banks and things like that. Sometimes just not having the perfect credit score is a challenge.
It was a challenge until Steve found out about an online lender that specifically lends money to car buyers with less than prime credit. That website is simply called carfinance.com.
We want the customer to win in the transaction, and obviously if they don't win, then we don't win either. So in terms of FICO scores, we're basically looking at kind of where the banks leave off, which is 700, and we go all the way down to 5.25.
Jim Landy is president and CEO of Car Finance Capital. He says everything is done online from start to finish, but not everyone will qualify for a car loan with them, and those that do pay a higher interest rate than someone with great credit.
We start from the high single digits, and we'll go into the mid-teens from a rate. The other thing that could influence the rate is how much down payment the consumer is making. The more down, the lower the rate.
In the past, I've always recommended to car buyers to get their financing lined up before they go to the dealership, no matter what your credit history is. That's because, first, you'll know exactly whether you can get financing or not and how much you can afford to spend. Second, it will speed up the process of purchasing the car since you won't have to fill out all of the paperwork there. Third, most manufacturers offer special financing or a rebate, but usually not both. And with your financing in hand, you can then concentrate on their rebate. Now, last and most important, you are now a cash buyer and can usually make a better deal since you're only talking about price.
If you already have the financing in hand, you walk in as a cash buyer, you're really focusing on the car, and the whole conversation's about the car, not the financing.
And for some buyers like Steve Quach, it may be the only choice.
I couldn't tell you how they were able to do it, but I'm just glad they were.
This is Rick Romero, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.